Okay, go.
I remember when we were in Hawaii at the house, and there was spam frying in the kitchen, and Bop Bop had brought the laptop onto the counter and said, "We need to watch this video together," and it was the Great National Farting Contest or something like that. And I just remember it was half an hour long, and we laughed for half an hour the entire time, and I've never seen Bop Bop laugh that hard. He was literally crying. So yeah.
I remember when, in the spring of 1979, Nancy and I watched Peter drive down Black Hill Road in his old beater truck. With him in the cab were Rainey, Megan, and Katrina. In the back were a dog leash, a 2x4, a hammer, a couple of nails, but no tailgate. They were off to pick up the steer that would launch our joint venture in animal husbandry.
Along the way, we stopped to pick up an open-ended plywood box intended to transport the steer in the bed of Peter's pickup. At the farm, we loaded a very large sirloin into his box, where he was firmly secured in front with our dog's leash and blocked in the rear by that sturdy 2x4 Peter had brought along to serve as a tailgate. As we made our way home on I-89, we had to pull over when the truck began to sway, and we noticed Sirloin's head poking out from the back of the box. He had managed to turn himself completely around. After one or two more stops, we finally made it back with two hungry toddlers to a very anxious Nancy and Larry.
Our joint adventures in animal husbandry on Black Hill Road had begun.
Here, happy birthday
Happy birthday.
from the Dintons here in Bombay. I have so many good memories of you both to share, from KUA, Black Hill Road, so many memories of you facilitating fun for John and me and our friends. But the one I wanted to leave you with is the four of us, John, both of you, and me, just kind of floating in the late autumn sea. The sea was still warm from the summer, and the sun was going down, and the water is kind of orange, and I just have a distinct memory of all four of us together just bobbing in the sea and enjoying ourselves, and it was a very peaceful moment. We had many good moments during that year, and hope many more to come for you and for us, ideally. All right, take care. Much love. Bye.
You folks are among the missing. I kind of miss going up on the hill and seeing your flowers. And anyway, I do hope you come back and see us this summer. Yeah, everything's fine here. I have 4 great-grandsons, and that's all the news I have. That's the most exciting. Julia's doing very well as an oncologist. Nicole is, I don't know what she's doing now, selling real estate. And Doug's oldest has the 3 boys, and the youngest is a nurse at one of the Boston hospitals. And let's see, who else? Abby, Bruce's daughter, will be married in September. She has a little boy, 4. And Alex is working at the hospital as a, what do you call it? He lets people in and out.
Security.
Yep. Other than that, have I used my minute yet?
I remember when I went to Sylvie Island with you and saw the birds like blue herons, great egret, snowy egret, what else did we see? Oh, a bald eagle, an osprey, and some ducks.
All right, greetings from the Virginia transplant of the Mogielnicki clan. Hope everyone is doing well. A brief story, back when I was a teenager, I took 2 friends up to the New Hampshire house for a ski trip. It was just a weekend, but my 2 friends, Kevin and Chris, still talk about it. They ask how Uncle Peter and Aunt Nancy are doing. We reminisce about the old house and that huge dining room table, nice dinners. I had a great time. It was so long ago, but they still talk about it. It's just a good example of why both of you, or how both of you, are very generous and kind individuals, and happy to have you in the family. So have a good time celebrating out on the West Coast, and look forward to seeing you all soon in Quanakintog, rocking the shirt from this Christmas. Okay, take care. Bye.
Hi, Peter and Nancy. Happy birthday. This is the Stevensons, in case you didn't know. Just sending you a brief, I hope,
A spectacular.
moment in history.
We're sorry we can't be with you to celebrate. We've thought about all the birthdays we have celebrated,
That's right. We had our plane tickets and everything, but
but
then we thought better of it.
unlike 5 years ago when we could surprise you, we couldn't. We would have come out to surprise you.
And that would have been a big surprise.
That would have been, but we couldn't. So anyway, we're going to have to celebrate this summer. But we hope you have a great time with your kids, and we hope maybe you'll be able to Zoom with us sometime while you're all together. So anyway, have a great time. I haven't moved my hand. We're trying to play with this stupid video. Okay, so we'll see you on Zoom sometime next week when you're all together. Bye.
Okay, watch out for the snow.
Hi, Nancy and Peter. Happy birthday. I had trouble with the prompt to think of one particular memory to share with you, because I feel like you've been part of my whole life. And so the memories are part of everything I remember, but just to share a few thoughts. Remembering vacations at Patches and later Bittersweet, learning from both of you about gardening and cooking, skating on the pond on Black Hill, playing games on that first Mac Classic computer, organizing for the recognition of tiger beetles, going to the Great Escape and not being able to ride on the roller coaster, helping out at the Vin's art shows and serving hors d'oeuvres, making home movies when Mocha had puppies, and so many birthdays and anniversaries and Christmases and Easters. Thank you so much. I love you and I miss you. Happy birthday.
Rule Britannia, Britannia, rule the waves. Britain never, never, never will be slaves. Hi, Peter. Hi, Nancy.
Hello, hello. We miss you.
Come back, little Sheba. Come back. We need you here.
Louise
Nothing but
and
snow.
Dan. Yeah, there's snow, but you have rain out there. But Louise and Dan, who bought your house, we see them every now and then, and they have kept your place nicely, and they have chickens and honeybees, which they are very generous
With.
with which they are generous.
Come back while it's still time.
Now?
Yeah.
So, I remember when we were moving and you let us stay at your house and we had breakfast together. That was a nice memory. Goodbye.
Nancy and Peter, it was a real challenge to choose one story from the 44 years of memories of adventures with you two. Here's our list of possible topics.
Raising kids,
Easter egg hunts,
maypole dances,
tractor transport on Halloween,
skating and sledding,
visits from Santa on Christmas Eve,
the year Santa wore John Tonseth's shoes,
catching the school bus by dawn's early light,
Megan taking her first steps walking from Peter to me,
building swing sets, slides, and sandboxes. And then there were adventures with animals.
sirloin,
Mistake.
Easter, Peter electrifying Orphe,
Lulu and the 5 piglets.
the great ringneck pheasant escapade,
And then
adventures in Quaney.
John Sheridan Kelly goes to the beach in Mealy's vegetable basket.
How many kids can fit in the Acrigg's bathtub?
Here's How to Clean a Bluefish, starring John Peter, and John Sheridan Kelly.
Here's How to Clean an Enormous Striper, starring Peter, Graham, and Larry.
Otherwise known as
Grandpa, get your line in the water.
And so many random memories.
Nancy Poffenberger Mogielnicki's column in the Times Argus.
Kielbasa, hard-boiled eggs, and horseradish at Easter.
Bigush served from the big orange pot.
Our overnight adventure in the Adirondacks.
Game dinners.
July birthdays.
New Year's Eve.
Margaritas.
On the deck. Happy birthday.
I remember when we used to bake all the time.
Who used to bake?
Me and Mimi used to bake, and you let me eat the batter off the spoon. You let me eat so much more batter than Rania does. She barely gives me any.
I remember a time in high school when Peter shared a book with us called Anguish Languish, which was a very silly book that retold stories using all the wrong words. For example, Little Red Riding Hood was retold as Ladle Rat Rotten Hut. I have a great memory of all of us working through the stories and trying to decipher what they meant. In that light, pest witches and conquer adulations to Peter and Nancy Mogielnicki, Aunt Yocashin off your saving tea fit and 18th birthdays. Money ampere returns sub thud hay. Hop to see you boat in Parson, assume as postable. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you both, and thank you to Peter for always helping me see the world from a new and interesting perspective.
Peter and Nancy, the past 50 years, you often shared your projects, places, and fun with me. And usually I filmed. Not just to shirk my share of any work involved, but also record your remarkable energy and warmth. Your energy and warmth shows in your Cambridge, Mass. Apartment move, Thetford, Vermont field clearing, Plainfield, New Hampshire firewood stacking, and in the feasts you amazingly prepared at each workday's end. Your way of chore sharing is the best. Often, of course, there was no work goal. Instead, cross-country skiing on Vermont and New Hampshire hillsides, Smith College Morris House reunions at Lake Sunapee and Ragged Mountain, the 42 Bird Day in Brookfield, Vermont, and watching our children play together. Then there are the outdoor adventures with Peter. Duck hunting from a remote blind in an open marsh without adequate consideration of the rising tide. Trout fishing at Nancy's parents' pond when the tree swallows were feeding on the same hatch of mayflies. Too bad, Peter, your landing of one tree swallow lost you the 5-5 tie in that fishing contest. Hunting for deer, partridge, and geese, always with patience and care, but never with tangible results. The same, great day but no results, went for our ice fishing and most of our surf fishing. Gathering, however, was our fort. For eating, it was clams of 3 types, mussels when still abundant, and our garden vegetables. And for joy, it was bird sightings. You ensured my first sightings ever of a snowy owl, wild swan, sapsuckers, woodcock, a leucistic red-tailed hawk, and countless species of shorebirds and sea ducks, but never for a boat-tailed grackle, as you claimed. Peter, you were also the best man at my wedding to Marilyn, and afterwards charmed and danced with her family members from age 10 to 80, which no longer seems so old. The environmental activism of you both, Nancy and Peter, is an inspiration to Marilyn and me in our retirement. As a low CO2 birthday gift, we promise you some easy to access and share digital memories of your long practiced celebration of life with loved ones and friends.
Nancy and Peter, happy birthdays!
Hi, Peter and Nancy. I will be playing a piece of Solace by Scott Joplin.
Happy birthday, Peter and Nancy!
We hope you get many years of peace and solace.
Hugs and kisses!